Life is a game. And like all games, this one has rules. Guidelines, we might say, to help the players to contribute to their success. And with each move that a player makes, strategies must be used, so that with each turn, the token will be moved to the greatest length and to the greatest worth. For it is with progress that success is gained. There are 3 strategies that will help these players, but only if the players will use them. They consist of self-reliance, preparation, and determination. If these 3 guidelines are used, there is no chance for failure. But let's look at each of these strategies individually. The first is self-reliance. Emerson once stated, "What I must do is all that matters, not what the people think." We are the ones controlling the dice, and if we believe in ourselves, then we will be able to rely upon ourselves. I'm reminded of a story concerning a young man who during a crucial basketball game held the ball in his hands during the last remaining seconds. A foul was called, and it came time for him to be able to evaluate his own ability. As he stepped up to the foul line to shoot this ball, he paused for a moment, confidently shot the ball, and then watched as it went around the rim and finally went in. After this happened, the Lakers, too, became confident that the game against Alta was in their hands. Once again, after a shuffle or 2, the Lakers had provided the winning ace. It is through confidence like that of Shane Stevenson that creates winners. Another strategic tool used for success is preparation. Perhaps that is what high school is for. During this time, we are given opportunities to learn scholastically, athletically, and extracurricularly. It is shown through the successes of the students that put forth the time and the effort needed for success. A man was once enrolling his son into a well-known university. He was concerned because when looking through the catalog, he realized the number of classes necessary for completion. When talking to the dean, he asked why this was necessary, and the dean told him that it was possible for his son to take shorter courses, but it depends upon what his son wanted to make it himself. It takes 23 years to create a tree, he told him, but only 2 weeks to create a squash. Perhaps this is true in the game of life. When playing the game, we often try to find shortcuts to take so that the victory will come sooner. However, oftentimes these shortcuts end up to be longer than the regular route. Perhaps this could explain the 4A basketball championship, the fact that we went to state in every sport, and the fact that we placed first in the Olympic decathlon, or merely the ability to defend our school through expressing ourselves. All of this takes ability which is developed through time and preparation. To roll the dice and move to the next space on the board, we must have the knowledge to know where to move. The final tactic is determination. It is something that each and every one of us has. If not, you would not be here. We are the champions, and we have won the game. Nowadays, the 4-minute mile is commonplace for champion runners. But at one time, it was scarcely thought possible by a young man named Roger Bannister. Chad Law probably thought the same thing about conquering the state record in the shot put. However, he did this twice. And perhaps many of you felt the same way about this day to come, but it finally did. And now it is time to begin a new game, filled with new unknown challenges. Nature's first greenest gold, her hardest hue to hold, her earliest leaves a flower, but only so an hour. So leaf subsides to leaf, and dawn, and even sank to grief. So dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay. We have found the gold of high school, but now it is time to move on. Another spring will come, and with it new challenges. The leaves will come and once again turn gold, but this time with new friendships, challenges, and successes. It is now time for us, the graduating class of 1985, to roll the dice and begin a new life, a new game of life after high school.
As the sun prepares to set in the west, a large air horn is heard over the rumble of the crowded shore. Last-minute instructions are barked out as the passengers prepare to dock. The large crowd of onlookers shuffle excitedly about, each face full of excitement. The passengers now line on the deck as the ship approaches the dock. In each face, one can see the eagerness to leave. Yet as each passenger prepares to leave the ship, a small feeling of apprehension begins to grow within, and doubts of what lies ahead begin to surface. The enormous shadow of the great ship Bonneville covers the crowd and the passengers preparing to go ashore. Each passenger has spent 3 short years aboard the great ship Bonneville. Each passenger remembers the day he boarded the ship, full of excitement and eager to begin his journey. Yet that journey is about to end, and fears begins to infest each passenger as he thinks of what may lie ahead. As these passengers prepare to leave the deck of the great ship Bonneville, the enormous ship hides one thing from their view. In the west, the sun begins to set. Slowly the horizon grows from a light blue to a deep red, and the sun's rays reflect off the calm ocean floor and mix to color the ocean land of vivid orange and red. A red sunset infests the ocean line, a sure sign to all sailors that tomorrow there will be good weather and that there's a successful journey in the future. Bonneville class of 1985, we are these passengers. We are preparing to take the last step from the great ship Bonneville tonight. And a feeling of apprehension must exist in each one of us as we contemplate what lies ahead. The future is unknown, that is true, but the sunset is red, and our future will be bright. In this our long and lovely valley, neath the skies of view, nestles the stately alma mater, so glorious to view. To all who come, she offers knowledge, friends and memories too. For this we proudly sing our praises, to Bonneville be true. Beneath the shoreline of Lake Bonneville, may our school e'er stand, a monument to truth and freedom in this our cherished land. Lofty mountains rearing skyward, these inspire in us their will. Hail to thee, our alma mater, noble Bonneville. These words were written to show the devotion and love Lakers had for their school in the past. This same love and devotion is shown and is constantly displayed by the class of 85. I recall standing in the auditorium among many of you as we sang these beautiful words to conclude our senior assembly. As I sang, I couldn't help but feeling proud to be a part of this class. I remember those who constantly told me how great our class was and how much they would miss us when we graduated. I remember the homecoming assembly our sophomore year when we beat the senior boys in the tug-of-war and took a close second place overall. From that point on, our class has bonded together until now we have gained the respect of all for our achievements. A tear came to my eye as I remembered all the friends which I have established within those walls, the great times we had and the crazy things we did. I remember driving to and from the games, passing through from car to car, or the box elder basketball game when we barely escaped those angry bees. I recall the many state games and the railroad bridge each time. I smiled as I remember the state basketball championships, the Alta Hawk with the bent beak, and the police car Greg and I spent the remainder of the Alta game in. I vividly remember my feeling of pride and joy as our team dedicated the state basketball championship to my good friend, whom we all will miss, Jeff Farrell. Bonneville class of 1985, we have brought new meaning to the words, Lakers are great. We have defended our school against those who questioned our devotion and school morale. We have given Bonneville great honor and recognition in every endeavor. No one can question the devotion of the class of 85. Bonneville has prospered because of our achievements. We have earned the title of Lakers, and we Lakers are truly great. We have earned, Lakers, we need not fear. We have proven ourselves true, and the sunset is red for us tonight. The words once a Laker, always a Laker have been repeated several times while aboard the great ship Bonneville. This night, those words take on a new meaning in our life. Tonight, we will graduate and leave the deck of the great ship Bonneville, but our devotion to Bonneville must not end. I have spoken of the many honors and the great respect we have given to Bonneville. Yet, can we forget all that Bonneville has given to us? Within those great walls, we have been given an unlimited chance to achieve and excel in almost any field of study. Noble and dedicated teachers and administrators have worked to provide us with the best. We have been taught many skills, but most of all, we have been taught how to learn and how to succeed. We can say that the great ship Bonneville has held back the clouds that might hamper our future. Lakers of 1985, your sunset is red. As we leave the deck of the great ship Bonneville tonight, allow the influence and success of this great class to remain for others. As the Beach Boy melodies goes, be true to your school, just like you would to your girl. Be true to your school and let your colors fly. Lakers, be true to Bonneville. Share our success with those to come, as others have shared their success and donated and sacrificed to provide us with metal bleachers, with a new baseball diamond, and many other unnoticed benefits sometimes. Lakers, do not forget the devotion we have for our school now. Be true to our school and always be not just a Laker, but be a great Laker. Graduating class of 1985. We will succeed. We have proven to all that success is not difficult for us to achieve. We leave here tonight with more scholarship money than any other classes who has ever occupied the halls of Bonneville. We leave here tonight with the first ever state basketball championship and the trophy for the best sportsmanship. We leave here with 5 region championships and many other awards in choir, band, drama, debate, FHA, FBLA, DECA, and athletics. Bonneville Lakers of 1985, the world awaits our arrival. We are winners. Don't let the shadow of the great ship Bonneville and the memories aboard hinder your goals. Look to the west, Lakers. The sun is setting, yet it is a deep red, and a glorious dawn is awaiting our arrival.
Has a talent and cannot use it, he has failed. If he has a talent and uses only half of it, he has partly failed. If he has a talent and learns somehow to use the whole of it, he has gloriously succeeded and won a satisfaction and triumph few men ever know. I believe that we, the graduating class of 1985, have not only succeeded gloriously by using our talents, but by caring enough to be the best. and the best is obviously what we have been. Looking back over our last 3 years at Bonneville, our superiority in many events such as athletics, academics, forensics, etc., have made Bonneville not only a mere contender, but in many cases a feared opponent. We as graduating students have also had many experiences and participated in various activities throughout our high school years. Although these things may never make headlines, they will remain in our memories for a lifetime. These are the times that we as fellow seniors, classmates, and friends have spent together. Who will ever forget that first day of sophomore orientation with Mrs. Bird's screeches of, "You're not Minutemen anymore," or "Spartans no longer, you're all Lakers now." It seems as if from that point on, we, the mighty class of '85, forgot all affiliations we had with our junior high labels and began to become the united class of Lakers we now are. It was also at the orientation that we first saw a group of seniors link hands and sing the school hymn. At the time, I was surprised at the solemn expressions on their faces as they sang of lofty mountains and noble Bonneville. But now I realize the feeling of pride that our school and school hymn gives. It was only days later that we were hiding from these same seniors. For it seems as if our faces had become cheap imitations for art paper on which variously colored acres were drawn. As if trying to find all our classes or remember our locker columns was not enough, there was always a senior nearby to show us the right way down the hall, nose first, pushing shiny new pennies in races with fellow sophomores. They occasionally would even give us a little extra nudge or push at no extra charge. This gave Bonneville Raceways a new meaning. The administration, like the police, never seemed to be there when we needed them the most. Homecoming soon came, and we gave both the juniors and seniors quite a scare by winning many events and even beating the senior guys at the tug-of-war competition. We ended up taking second, which was, of course, because we let the seniors beat us just to keep our faces and noses from more physical abuse. Within the next few months, just about all of us had signed up for the dreaded driver's ed. Who will forget the humiliation felt when seen by our friends while driving with our instructors, and how we tried to avoid being seen by them by ducking under the front seats, even if we were the ones driving. And why did those student driver bumper stickers have to be so darn obvious? Next came our junior year. Besides just bringing us 1 year closer to our senior year, it held many memorable events, including defeating the seniors in the homecoming competition, our junior prom and assembly, mud wrestling, a cockroach invasion, and most memorable, Nicole Palmer taking, or was it winning, $100 from Brad Kendrick. Then the real fun began, our senior year. This was the year that we, the seniors, finally owned the lounge, refereed the penny races, drew the anchors, and ran the assemblies. Our senior girls can now laugh openly at the new sophomores in their fluorescent clothes and punk hairstyles. Yes, Lakers, we've been through it all. Never again will we see Gumby on TV as the school mascot, see Greg Weber's Fruit of the Looms, hear the shouts of stage crew, or hear an administrator's voice asking us, "What class should you be in?" And never again will we be able to look them straight in the eye and with all sincerity answer, "Seminary?" Never again will Troy Gibson slough graduation, Winchell's or JVs have as much business, or will seniors come down with sudden illness 2 or 3 times a week during ski season. Never again will we hear one of Marlin's one color blue, other gold, now mighty Lakers have been told poems. And never again will a team of young men and a school both pull together for a very special Laker. For although Jeff Farrell is no longer with us, his spirit has lived on and has helped make this year's Team of Destiny state basketball championship dreams come true. For Jeff was indeed a great athlete, scholar, Laker, and more importantly, a great friend. This year's team showed that United Lakers can overcome any odds and still succeed. Our senior gift, the emblems in the gym, will be appreciated for years to come. And on behalf of the senior class, we'd like to express a special thanks to the Farrell family. We, the class, class of '85 have set a standard for excellence that will be very difficult, if not impossible, to overcome in years to come, to surpass in years to come. We must first thank our parents who have given us the patience, time, and support to help us through it all. And we must also thank our administrators and teaching staff for not only teaching us skills that will help us make a living, but for also teaching us how to live. Our senior class is known for taking the bad times in stride with the good, and for our sometimes you gotta say attitude. We've survived Maslow's theory, Macbeth, bridge building, John Goddard, basic information, Weeples and magazine drives, Jack Lithgow, the Terrace Boys, and even sophomores. But now it's time for us to say goodbye. One last time to shake that friend's hand. Or to embrace a loved one and let them know how much they really meant to you. It is a time for us to cherish the lasting memories we have made and then move on to bigger and better things. Wherever our destinations may lead us, or whatever roads we may cross, let us all remember the unity of our class and the special times we've had together. I hope to see you all in 5 years, and thanks again for the memories.
Before I get into the presentation of the class, I'd like to do three things. First of all, I'd like to mention that these proceedings are being televised by Mr. Don Beasley, and any of you who wish to obtain copies of that may do so. One thing I'd like to ask Greg is, every year I hear the senior class complaining about being anchored. I never once hear you tell how many kids you anchored when you were seniors. And we are never around, that's true. Members of the Board of Education, Mrs. Archibald, Mr. Crompton, Superintendent Wyatt, parents and friends of the class of '85, and to you fantastic men and women, the graduates. It's really an honor for me and a privilege to present you to the Board of Education for graduation this evening. Again, as with most of the classes, we've shared a lot of joys. As was mentioned, there was great sorrow in this group. But you have had a lot of accomplishments. You are what school is all about. Schools were made to do what you have done. And rather than spend the time reiterating some of the things that your classmates have mentioned, I would like to just bring a couple of things into focus, kind of like an instant replay on these basketball or football games. Last night was a real great occasion to see the video of some of your accomplishments. We'd have been there for another 3 hours if they'd have shown the rest of them. But then after, to go out to the marquee and for you to sing the school hymn and to see the pride that you have and the tears of hope that you're sad you're leaving. But I do feel the great feeling that you have to be a Laker. One thing I wish we could have an instant replay on was the choir's performance this year in St. Joseph's Church. A beautiful setting when they sang Schubert's Mass with the string group from the Weber State College. That was fantastic. In fact, for you choir members, I was playing it while I was preparing my talk, and we had a visitor come in, and they couldn't believe that it was a high school choir. It was great. But I'd also like to have an instant replay on Tapestry, when for our awards assembly they sang, or on the baccalaureate they sang, "My wish for you till we meet again, the best things that life can offer." And that's truly our wish for you. One thing that wasn't mentioned was when Chad Law broke the state record. Chad came out of a bed in which he was running a fever. He was very ill. And both days he came up and he gave his all. He really set the record for the state. And again, an electrifying experience on that Friday night in the semifinals of the state tournament. Close score that was had, and then the timeout when the coach gave the team instructions for which of two people should make that final shot.